Hello arbitrageurs, and in this video I'll tell you how I made 167 bucks on one pump in literally 5 minutes. I'll tell you how I entered into a trade, how I opened it, how I closed it. Therefore the video will be very interesting. Watch it until the end. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we're off. The trade was between MEXC and Gate. On Gate I was shorting because the token BLU was pumped really hard there. Just look at how crazy that pump was. I entered somewhere around here after this big candle, opened a short, and on MEXC I was buying. I have a slight difference in tokens. I bought a little less than needed on Gate, but it doesn't matter. I was hedging on MEXC because we had a strong pump and there could have been crazy volatility. That's why, according to the spot plus futures strategy, when we open a futures position, say a short, we need to buy tokens on another exchange to maintain a delta neutral position. Because if the token goes up, we have spot and the spot will go up. If the token goes down, we have an open short. So we need to wait for the prices to converge and then lock in the position. That's exactly what I did. I opened a short on Gate and waited for the prices to roughly align. And then I closed the position. I saw that there was a really sharp pump, huge volumes came in, probably some market maker or someone else entered trades, maybe buying tokens at market price, and that's why there was such a strong pump. By the way, this is a 1 minute chart. So I entered somewhere around here after these two strong candles. Right here I went short, and naturally from this short I earned about $178, $179 roughly speaking. And in the end I'll subtract these 60 as well. I'll explain later why 60. So in the end I closed on MEXC with a loss of $11.84, and on Gate I closed the short with a profit of $178.93. The total profit amounted to $167.09. But I also tried arbitrage on other tokens. Now I'll tell you about my mistake and why I lost money there. The spread turned out to be 17%, and so we literally made 167 bucks from just one pump. But I also lost 60 bucks on other tokens. Now I'll tell you about my mistake so you don't make the same one. So let's switch to the exchange and take a look. I also opened trades on other tokens like DGN, and my mistake was that I opened right from spot. That is, I bought the token on spot, the token started to fall, and I didn't manage to open a futures position in time. Because of that, I ended up losing money. When we open a trade using the spot plus futures strategy, ideally we should open both the short and the spot buy at the same time. But if that doesn't work out, if you can't open quickly, if you need to switch between tabs or something else gets in the way, then we start with the futures first. We open the futures, open a short position, and only then do we buy spot. Because if we buy spot first, the token might start to fall and we'll be left without a position. And basically, we end up losing money. That's why you should start with the futures position. Futures first, then spot. But ideally open them as quickly as possible so that we stay in a delta neutral position. Because when the futures converge, we need to close the position and take the profit. You can find trades for the spot plus futures strategy using the Arbitrage Scanner. The link to the service is in the description. Here we set the parameters and select the exchanges where we want to arbitrage. There's a huge selection of exchanges. Then we specify the tokens we want to arbitrage, the tokens we don't want to arbitrage, the minimum profit, the maximum profit, the transaction amount, and we can choose the strategy. In this case, the strategy was spot plus futures. There are also different options like futures plus spot, futures plus futures. You can select the minimum and maximum deal lifetime, spreads, funding, and configure everything here. Below we have a table displaying the tokens with spreads as well as the spread history, the exchange where we should buy the token on spot, and the exchange where we should short. And all of this is displayed in a table format. It also shows the profit you would earn if you enter this trade. The volume is displayed as well, and you can also check the funding and the maximum price spread profit. So thanks to this service, you can automatically find spreads. You don't waste time searching manually. The service does everything for you. You enter the necessary parameters, enter the trade, and earn a profit. That's how easy it is to find spot plus futures arbitrage trades. You can also do it with futures or futures plus spot, so make sure to use it as well. The service is linked in the description, the link to the service is in the description. There's also a promo code there, and here you can also look for spreads between exchanges. In other words, inter-exchange arbitrage. You buy cheaper on one exchange, transfer to another, and sell at a higher price. This is also displayed here. There are filters that you can customize for yourself. You can set deposit networks, exchanges, minimum and maximum profit, trade lifetime, and input-output networks. All of this can be configured here. The lower table can also be customized to your needs. You can add or remove items. We also display the token, the pair, the spread, where to buy, how to transfer the funds, where to sell, the profit, withdrawal networks, and the commission is shown how much you will pay in fees. All of this is presented in a very convenient table format here, so you can enter a trade, take your profit, and enjoy yourself. There's also funding trading available here. You can farm funding as well. That is, if the funding rates differ between exchanges, it's higher on one, lower on another, or positive on one and negative on another. Where the funding is negative, we go long. Where the funding is positive, we go short. If the funding is negative everywhere, like in this case, then we look at the spread between the funding rates. For example, between Gate and MEXC. On Gate, we go long because the funding is more negative, which means shorters pay longer, and on MEXC, we go short because the funding is less negative, so we'll pay less and then receive more on our position. We open the trade for the same amount on both exchanges. Let's say we enter with 500 bucks, 500 bucks long, 500 bucks short. We always need to enter with the same amount to stay in a delta neutral position. It's important to remember this. You can also set up notifications here. Notifications can be configured for your Telegram channel for inter-exchange arbitrage, spot plus futures arbitrage, and futures arbitrage. You can also do arbitrage between CEX and DEX. You can set up notifications for liquidity pools on DEX exchanges and for arbitrage between DEX and CEX exchanges. This is also a really cool feature available in the Arbitrage Scanner. Here you can read more in detail about this product and how it works. You can set up a notification for yourself right in the notification settings. You can choose from ready-made options and customize them to your needs. That's it. There are a lot of different features. AI Assistant. You can ask it any questions you're interested in and it will answer you. For example, here is a ready-made question. Let's ask it and see how it works. I ask a question and this AI assistant answers me, providing complete information. If there's something you don't understand, you can ask it questions and it will give you all the detailed information about the market. For example, what's happening on the market right now, which tokens are popular, what's currently growing, that's all. You don't have to do anything yourself. Here's more coin from that very same you, right? Different tokens, everything is displayed here, you can check it all out. A very convenient service. It's better than various other AI assistants because it's specifically tailored for cryptocurrency. So any questions related to cryptocurrency, you can ask this AI assistant and it will help you figure out how to enter a trade, understand a trade, get some market information or sentiment analysis. All of that is available here. There's also an NFT scanner on the website. You can also scan NFTs, look for spreads between NFTs, buy cheaper and sell at a higher price. Message service, sentiment analysis, wallet analytics, and blockchain wallet analytics are all available. There are tutorials on how to make money through arbitrage, and there are case studies showing how others are earning, so you can learn and check out case studies. In short, it's fully loaded. This is a service that brings together all the necessary tools for arbitrage and on-chain analysis. They've also added an AI assistant that will help you as well. Honestly, it's just awesome. Also look, I have a secret promo code that's in the description. It will give you 30% cashback. So for example, if you buy a 3-month subscription for 252 bucks, I'll give you back 30% of that amount. Sounds good? Of course it does. Also, my promo code gives you an extra 30% of days added to your subscription. So if you buy a 3-month plan, you get an additional 30% of those months as free days. So go ahead and use it. There are different types of subscriptions for a month, 3 months, 6 months, or a year. There are also subscriptions below that give you access to a private chat where people share signals, their opinions, and insider info. Basically, there are hardcore arbitrage traders in there who make money on crypto arbitrage. So you can also get into this private chat by purchasing, for example, the Guru subscription for 6 months. Again, if you use my promo code, it will be much cheaper for you than for other users. So that's the Arbitrage Scanner service. The link is in the description. Be sure to check it out and give it a try. There's a free trial day available. So just go to the main page and get your free trial day. Give it a try. If you like it, buy a subscription and start earning from crypto arbitrage. Most likely we won't see each other again. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss new videos. Give this video a like to help it get promoted. Leave a comment. Are you into crypto arbitrage? Is it working out for you or not? It'll be interesting to read. Check out other videos on our channel and we'll see you in the next ones. Bye everyone.